Hello, everybody. Yes, can you believe it? We are back for some more, dare I say it, Limbus Company? Yes, we are going to begin episode 6, right here. Okay, we're in, and, what's this? Huh?
Oh yeah, there's new visual themes. I prefer the default. It looks better to me. But
Yeah,
you can do
I agree.
the dark one looks more. Yeah, the dark one looks more sleek. I think this one looks more like mechanical and just nicer.
I see. Can I stop? Yeah, close. Okay.
Yeah, if you click the U. Oh no, yeah, there.
But anyways, now to what I, So, episode 6. No, we already went over that bit. So,
Episode 7. We're moving ahead of schedule.
no, we're not. Look,
Sorry.
forget it. I'm gonna do, not this one. I feel like pulling for one of these because it's Yi-sung here.
Oh, which of these arrows you click on doesn't matter.
Oh,
It's just like, this just shows you the stuff you'll get from this banner. Have
yo.
you looked at the other banner?
Huh? Oh, I looked at it, but none of the characters seemed particularly interesting.
Yeah, that's fair.
I mainly looked at this one because this ID seems cool, even if I have no context as to what it's referencing. But yeah.
Sorry.
But yeah, neither of these interest me, so I'm gonna pull on the Yi-sung one.
That's fair. Have you read their titles?
Huh? I haven't paid that much attention to them.
Okay. Just because, yeah, Canto 9, we've gotten a lot of content from the fingers, so.
It's crazy.
So
Anyways.
that's cool.
Let's do something. I do have the lunacy.
Ideal.
So might as well. Would you look at
Gambling
that?
never wins.
Absolutely
Never
nothing.
mind, gambling always wins. Shotgun Ryoshu, let's go!
Wait, what?
Yes! Shotgun Ryoshu.
Okay, sure.
Oh, hey!
New phone, who this?
Molar Office Yi-sung, who is not a Walpurgis Night ID for some fucking reason.
Crazy. What is that? Olga Otis and
Yes.
and then Yi-sung Rain, who looks indistinguishable.
Yep. Let's fucking go, dude. I love Shotgun Ryoshu.
This exclamation mark
She's
annoys me.
thoroughly mediocre at best, but she has a shotgun, so I mean, who cares?
I don't think I think that's the. Wait, no, that's not it. Yeah, this is the only. It's the only other ID I have for Ryoshu. So.
Yeah. God, I love Shotgun Ryoshu.
What does it do?
She gets poised, which like lets her do like crits and stuff.
Offense level down.
And
That's
she
nice.
builds that up, and then she uses her skill free, which you don't have unlocked yet. Well, I wouldn't personally level her up unless you're gonna up tie free her to unlock the shotgun skill.
I used literally 2 tickets just to match base.
Yeah, that's fair. But yeah, no, her skill free, which you unlock at the up tie free. Which like you should be fair to do this for like this character because it'll be cheaper because they're a 2-star. And
yeah, I have the threads to spare.
Yep. And yeah, it just means that they'll unlock their 3rd skill as well, which for Shotgun Ryoshu is the skill where she uses her shotgun.
Nice.
I really like Shotgun Ryoshu. We need more characters with shotguns.
I can tell.
Which, I mean, we got a new character with a shotgun, actually, very recently. And it's based off a mechanic that was scrapped for Lobotomy Corporation, which is really fucking cool.
Tell me. Well, actually, you can. Actually, no, it's good. Tell me more.
So apparently, I might be getting some details of this wrong because I didn't actually get the ID that does this. There was a mechanic called something like, oh fuck, I can't actually remember what the mechanic was called. Damn it. Um, it was something. But basically, it was like in LobCorp. I think they planned for a mechanic where like you could switch what type of weapon an ego was, like an ego weapon was, or something like that. And so we got a Walpurgisnight ID for Mirso, which is like Queen Bee's ego, Hornet.
Right.
But like he has it as both a rifle, but he can also like it also has like buckshot, like shotgun rounds as well.
I see, so...
And if that's not cool, then I'm not friends with you anymore.
Mul-
Sorry,
multi
that's a joke.
multi-purpose armaments. I dig it.
Mm.
Stay calm. Oh, my goat, stay calm. Oh, my goat, gamble.
Yeah.
It went from a 3-6 to a 3-15. Let's go. Okay, okay, but does it diff base? Oh wait, I haven't actually used base ESON, like, much at all.
Yeah, I mean, I don't think you're missing that much, but
What does DAC do again? Stagger threshold.
they are discard.
Lost. Okay. I'm gonna leave it as Molar, probably. Give it two tickets.
Go for it.
No, Molar. And as for Ryoshu, I think I'll use the new Ryoshu, because I used a bit of base Ryoshu earlier.
Are you gonna uptie her, or are you gonna leave her as is?
I'm still gonna leave everyone as is for the time being. And I'm going to
Alright.
not do that. I'm going to finally start Canto II!
Let's go.
Okay.
At this rate, you'll finally catch up in like,
2 decades instead of 3?
yeah. You know, I had a friend who I know from fighting games, who recently started Limbus, and they're already up to Canto 9. Like they started like 2 weeks ago, and they've just been speed running it.
Look, I would have done it at a similar pace were it not for the fact that I YouTubed this.
True.
No.
Please don't convert. No,
Oh wait,
fanatic.
I forgot.
You know
Oh.
what they say? Whoops. Oh wait, no, it's fine. You don't need it. Enkephalin yet. You can. I
That'll
think
be
you can
like
refill
this,
your
which is-
Enkephalin using Lunacy, but
Yeah, I'd rather not.
yeah. Well, I mean, I guess that means you're doing like story stages only for a little bit.
Please tell me like there's at least some here.
I can't remember. It's been a long time since I played Canto 2, surprisingly enough.
Oh, is that so? It's not like it's been like a time.
3 years, I think, at this point.
That's crazy.
So crazy, it might just work. Like going to the casino.
Yeah. So yeah, I guess we'll just go to the casino and gamble all of our troubles away.
Yeah,
Oh,
just like Rodian. Hi, Yuri.
Oh, I forgot this was the last scene I was watching. The vibe inside the bus wasn't all that lively. Yeah, because you guys failed. You got stomped by Herman and the Eastern Hemisphere bros.
Yahwan and Guba.
Yabo and Gurwan? Close enough. I could hear Rodia's occasional quips and a raucous Heathcliff starting pointless quarrels with someone, probably Don Quixote or Sinclair. As well as Ryoshu demanding a light for a cigarette, having run out of lighter fluid. Normally, Gregor would have been the sinner I'd rely on to bring about some much-needed levity amid such gripes and disorder.
Yeah, but Greg ain't doing great, I think.
Yeah, no. But now...
You doing alright, Buggy Buddy?
But now, he was one of the quietest. He was just staring out through the window, seemingly lost in deep thought. Huff. One thing was for sure, though. If anyone were to blame for trashing the mood on the bus, it'd be Virgilius. The journey to retrieve the golden book wasn't about, but I've forgotten how to pronounce it again. This will
I think it was
probably relapse. The journey to retrieve the golden bow was an awfully arduous one, putting us on the brink of death, and some past that, more than several times, not to mention the occasional crises that almost had us getting kicked out of the company.
If you really want to just like pronounce it in a way that's going to make nobody happy, you could call it the Golden Booth.
Bow it is. Yet Virgilius still refused to put himself in our shoes. Given everything going on, it's hardly surprising that the bus is thick with the sinner's bottled-up frustration. In the end, Ishmael, who'd had enough of it, finally decided to speak up.
이제 다음 장소는 어디인지 정도는 말해줘야 되는 거 아닌가요?
The least you could do is let us know where our next destination is, you know. There you go.
Okay, that was pretty good.
Thank you. Alright. Well, yeah, I'll pop out for now.
Alright, see
I'll
ya.
pop out for now. But yeah, no, have a good time with Canto II. Shoutouts to Effie and Sword. If you don't know who that is, then you better call the latter one. This was a shit joke. See ya.
Goodbye.
Right. And good luck.
Oh, sorry about that. I was wondering whether briefing the mission to you four would be worth the effort. Ah, that hurts. Don't you know kids who fall behind need extra care? Then I can't help but plead for you to not embarrass me this time. Kind of quiet. I might bump up the volume. Specifically the voices, I think. There we go. I sure don't want to look like a teacher taking a bunch of grade schoolers out for a picnic. I have high hopes for you in particular, Rodion. You might just make a good guide for this tour. Ah, sure, I know I'm pretty exceptional, but I'm not sure what I can do to guide the team in a place I've never been to. Not to worry, you'll definitely more than feel at home in our next destination. The Nest of Hedonism, a place where you can either hit the jackpot or rock bottom with very little in between. J-Core. Great. Even Rodia's climbed up now. Well, I suppose it wouldn't be so bad to hit it big while we're at it. Oi, someone wake me up when we're there. Unfortunately, the bus will not be dropping you off at the branch entrance this time, dear passenger. Karen, park the bus. Karen?
정차가 뭐야?
What's park?
It means stop.
멈추는 건 빨간색.
Stop's a red. Red tastes bad to Karen.
Muttering under her breath, Karen hit the brakes without warning, sending most of the sinners flying face first into the seats ahead, while the rest were thrown to the ground. And I was not an exception. A cacophony of complaints and shouts erupted, and while I couldn't clearly catch what the sinners were yelling, I'd wager a good half of them were profanities, so perhaps it was for the best that I couldn't make them out. Aren't we bursting with energy today? Good. Now get off. But it looks like we've still got quite a distance to cover. Are you going to call a taxi for us? Miss Faust will give you the full rundown, but be aware that this mission is going to be quite different from the last one, Dante. This is because you are to retrieve the golden bow from the underground floor of a casino. Do you mean to tell us that it's somewhere among the brightly lit buildings lined up at the center of that street? Correct. It's one of the buildings there. The lobotomy branch facility we infiltrated last time was one that had been neglected for quite a while. So, you mean that was the exception? See, it's times like this that remind me this team is not exactly short on critical things, which only makes me wonder how your last mission ended up such a disastrous failure. The golden bow is a potent energy source, holding the essence of many technological marvels. With energy that powerful, people and money are sure to follow, laying the groundwork for an entire civilization before you know it. Ergo, it's likely that our future destinations will have been occupied by other factions and organizations as well. Which, in turn, indicates that we should be prepared to also visit a wide variety of venues in addition to this casino. It also means that your first mission was the easy one. Makes it all the more baffling how you turned a guaranteed success into a defeat. Is he always this petty and vindictive? Beats me. We've only had a bit more time with him than you have. What did he say again? Something like, "Welcome to Limbus Company, I'm your guide Vergilius," and all that. Oh wait, that was an impression. Well, first of all,
뭐라 그랬지? 림버스 컴퍼니에 입사한 걸 환영한다. 나는 안내자 베르길리우스라고 하지. 라면서?
wait, that's pretty good. I do pay attention to the voice lines when I'm voicing, but when I'm speaking and listening at the same time, it can tend to get things muddled, which I understand is not exactly great, because the voice acting for this game can get pretty good, but, well, I am weak to my own sense of patience. What do you say again? Something like, "Welcome to Limbus Company, I'm your guide Vergilius," and all that? Pretty good impression, wasn't it? Gotta admit, he definitely has that bossy, overbearing tone. Nearly made me want to quit on the spot. I get the feeling the rest of you had the same thought, more or less. Nonsense! 'Twas a day to go down in history, to be summoned into service by the Red Gaze himself! Truly there is no honor greater than a color addressing your... Oh, I guess he does have a fan among us after all. Looks like it. Rodia and Gregor started snickering to themselves, their mood noticeably improved. I'm hearing far too much unnecessary chatter. Don't give me a reason to add a third rule on this bus. Come on, that's just plain petty. Employees need some space to vent about their boss, you know? Next time, do it out of the earshot of your petty boss. I'm more fragile than I look, you see. Oh, that's hilarious. Oh, these guys are so good. Right, time to get up and move. I sure hope to see you return the golden bow in your hands this time. They're not returning with a golden bow, are they? And if we bugger it twice? Who knows? Harold might suddenly forget which button opens the door to let you in.
Button red! Yucky color!
He's a complete psycho, this bloke. UITGAAN. And that means... Shorthand for useless idiotic travelers go and abscond now. Heathcliff shot Ryoshu a glare as though he was ready to unload a barrage of insults at her, before deflating with a long, loud sigh. He backed down in a way that wasn't quite like his usual self, seemingly accepting the fact that caving her skull in with that bat of his wouldn't accomplish anything. Hey, look! Progress! Can you believe it? Well, that's the end of that. Man, it's been a while since I dealt with Canto I. I need 16 Encephalon for this. I don't have that. Well, I'll be back.
A few moments later.
As it turns out, suddenly, through various means that may or may not include abusing the fact that clearing levels gives you XP and a little bit of luxcavationing, I suddenly have a full tank of Encephalon, so, well, shall we go? Huh, what's this? Okay, I need a new team. Well, these two are staying for sure. Probably should keep Thumb Soldato, but I'll remove Gregor and Honu. And,
이제 좀 일다운 걸 시키나?
let's bring
이제 좀 일다운 걸
Ryoshu
시키나?
and Three plus 2 and 4 plus 4 isn't the best. I'll stick with Zwei, Rodion for the time being. Or, then again, Pride and Gloom, do we have that? Well, we don't have any Gloom.
선글라스 벗고
Yeah, we need someone who gives us Gloom if we want to use that. No, I need base-ish, not base-ish, I need base Rodion. Wherever base Rodion is. I could choose to not rely on Soldato Sinclair. Oh, that's how you do the... Huh, okay. You learn more. I could take one of these two out, temporarily. Yeah. Let's take out Faust and add in base Gregor.
최선을 다해볼게.
Not that I have any alternatives to base Gregor, but Gregor's cool, so, okay.
단한일발 장전.
Let's see how badly this goes. I forgot to check whether my resources were sufficient. Well, whatever. Now we're now in a pawn avenue in J-Core, so let's see how bad things go. Allow me to give you a rundown of the plan. Our primary objective is to infiltrate the casino incognito. This will be critical for the successful recovery of the Golden Bow. Nice music. According to the information we've acquired, the casino has 3 entrances. One for ordinary visitors, one reserved for VIPs, and lastly, the back door used by employees. We'll split into 3 groups to cover each entrance. 4 of us will disguise as croupiers, 4 as guests, and the last 4 will play the role of VIPs. Oh, brilliant. Who's gonna do what in it? And where will Dante be during all this, I ask?
확실히 집단으로 다닐수록 눈에 띄지.
Working in smaller groups will certainly draw less attention.
무리 짓는 것보단 흩어지는
It is
것이
wiser to
좋구나.
divide rather than unite.
Let's
Let's split up, gang. Well, no, the principle is different because they're not splitting up into individuals, they're splitting up into smaller groups, which are still groups. You can find your assigned roles in the envelopes distributed. Also, the company's higher-ups have expressed concern about our performance. They stress that the company's future plans hinge on our successful retrieval of the Golden Bow through this operation. Oh, okay. So now they actually give a shit. Alright, sure. Therefore, we will carry out the objective by means of a joint operation. Wait, what? Oh, okay, here come the allies. Joint operation? You and me, mate. Our partner is a special forces unit consisting of professionals and veterans.
지금은 LCC 클리어
I believe they are now
부서
monikered the LCC, short for the Limbus Company Clearance Department.
저희보다 우수하다고
Rest
말할 수
assured that
있습니다.
their abilities far exceed our own in espionage. Then why is this group of bozos being asked to... Ah, you know what, forget it. They have a unique talent. A truly unique talent, honestly.
이미 이 정도로도 충분히 많다고 생각하는데요.
Aren't 12 people already enough? Anything more than that is basically a crowd.
숫자가 중요한 게
I
아니라는
need to
사실을
think of a new
드디어
edition of
깨달았나
this.
봐.
Guess someone finally realized that more isn't always merrier.
우와, 다른
Wow,
부서를 보는 건
I haven't
처음이에요.
met staff from the other
어디
teams
계시나요?
before. Where are they now? Ponglu looked around as though he was expecting Faust to introduce us to our partners any second. Needless to say, no one showed up.
우린 전당포로
They'll be heading to the pawn shop.
요새도 그런
Is
가게들이
pawning still a thing these days?
이곳은 전당포로
They're in the
거리라고
so-called
불릴 만큼
pawnbrokers avenue.
대부분의 가게가
Most businesses double
전당포를
as pawn
겸하고
shops
있어요.
here.
저 가게가 한
That shop
문제가
over there is our rendezvous point.
들어가죠.
Let's head inside. Okay, sure. Let's go. I don't know, probably get ripped off. But of course, Noah is calm in the back streets, so we got some peeps to deal with first. Ah, I love this camera angle. I've also completely. Yeah, there we go. There we go. Okay. Alright, is there anything I need to check? Okay, these guys.
현재 말씀하신 임무를 수행 중.
Okay, they're hitting the admittedly pride weak Sinclair. And these guys weak to slash and deal a lot of pride, which this music's cool. Okay, only Sinclair is weak to pride, while Rodion actually endures it. Where is the... Ah, no, there's a slash. There's a slash. How do we do with slash? Heathcliff dies. Heathcliff dies to slash, but he's meant to die to literally everything, so he's fine. So does Sinclair. Sinclair is double weak to this, I just realized. Well, he'll just have to win his clash. I'm not sure what. Against a 3+3, 3+10, 2+7. Offense level difference will probably carry us over either way, so... Yeah, sure, we'll just go with that, this, that, and that. There we go.
두드려 패고 터뜨려 주지.
Okay, good. I've got order.
생각보다 잘 들어갔네.
위협 대상
I understand that you aren't meant to really put effort into these, but, you know, it's hard not to, honestly. Outside a second snag harpoon. This is unopposed, which will deal more damage. Ooh, that looks nice. It doesn't matter. This does more damage. And this does more damage. Wait. There.
좋아, 간다.
각자의 위치가
Okay, but can you... Thank you. I don't know what you were doing there. Jesus Christ. Okay, thank you for doing your job. Alright. Okay, okay. Okay, I like this track. Ooh, 939. I'll take that. I like my odds. Or I just could go double stalk pro. Looks nice.
좋아, 간다.
Yep, looks like we're winning in any case. Not that I really know what's going on, because we're really just up against two guys who are pretty weak.
각자의 위치가 있으니 기차 동정은 필요 없겠죠.
Yes, thank you, Sinclair, for proclaiming your devotion to structure and hierarchy.
너무 우르르 들어오는 거 아니요? 가뜩이나 좁아 터진 가게구만.
Hey, okay, here we go. Ain't you too many visitors at once? The shop's cramped as is. Nope, I don't remember the more true voice. Lamp oil? Rope? Bombs? It's yours, my friend. As long as you have enough rubies. Or on, in this case. Oh, forget it. So, which one do y'all prefer to test your luck on? Trumps? Mahjong? As we entered the shop, we were met with the gruff greeting of an old pawnbroker. What's that blighter on about? Am I the only one here who read up on J-Core? Virgilius gave us a pamphlet to peruse before we left.
뭐
Well, I vaguely remember checking out the cover.
이곳에서는 그날
Here,
하루의 운에 따라서
you get
받을
loaned
수 있는
different amounts
지급금들을
depending on your
달라져요.
fortune for the day.
대북이면 값을 더
Drawing
치르지만
great fortune rewards you with bonus
가까워질수록
cash,
본전도
but the
못
closer your
건지게
draw
되는
is to
거죠.
misfortune, you'll be paid far under the pawn's value.
아,
Ah,
그러고 보니
that reminds me.
우리 집은
My
아예
family had hired dedicated fortune
정식으로
tellers
고용하기도
before.
했어요. 집을 나오기 직전에
To find a great fortune for me
봤는데
before I left.
이렇게 다 같이
That
만날
must have been a
운명을
sign that I
맞이한
would
거였나
join
봐요.
all of you wonderful people on my journey.
와, 유복한 집에서
Wow, good for you.
신선남이랑 해왔던 게 당신
Must have been nice
덕분이에요.
enjoying the high life with
저도
fancy
다음에는 그런
pastimes in that
운명을
mansion of
태어나길
yours.
기도해야겠네요.
That come bundled with a silver spoon fortune? Maybe I should start praying for that kind of life in my next life, if there even is one. Yes, I agree with you, Ishmael. I'm good. It's when off gits like him that tend to play dirty.
그럴 수도
You
있겠네요.
might be right,
저도 어렸을
actually.
때부터
I didn't
제
like to get
동생하고
along with my
같이
younger
놀기
sibling when I
싫었던
was
것
little.
같아요.
Always tried to
맨날
cheat
반칙
and
했으면서
grouch if
심술을
things didn't go as
부렸거든요.
desired. No, that's not what I meant by playing dirty.
다들 좀 볼 거야 말 거야.
So, you wanna get your fortune told or not?
I'm gonna stick with this voice. It's easier.
Actually, forget fortune telling. Did you people even bring anything to pawn? I'm not seeing any glowies on you.
The pawnbroker glanced over each sinner with a dubious look until his eyes landed on me.
Oh, that clockhead might fetch a good sum.
얼마로 예상하는데?
How much do you think it'll sell for, old pal? Rodia, why are you even asking him that?
연락 받으셨을지 모르겠지만
As you were likely contacted in advance, they are from Limbus Company, and unfortunately, neither the sinners nor the pawnbroker was paying attention to Faust's words.
아, 이 손수건은 집 나올 때 가져왔던
Oh,
건데요.
I did bring this handkerchief with me when I left home.
Ooh, a dragon embroidered on silk. That's some meticulous needlework, which might net, let's say, 7 million nan?
A crummy piece of cloth is worth that much. You better check them eyeballs for cataracts, you old geezer. What?
Don't you recognize the quality that is in this craftsmanship? No wonder. Guess that explains why you're parading around that ratty ring on your finger like it's real treasure.
I think let's hope he doesn't touch on her.
What'd you just say? Oi, out of my way! I'm gonna. Oi!
아우 시끄러.
Jeez, cut it out.
좀 조용히
Hey
시켜줘.
Dante, shut them up or something.
걱정했잖아요, 파우스트.
Okay, I don't know who this is. Don't know what voice to give them. Is this the other team? Let me re-listen to that.
걱정했잖아요, 파우스트.
You had us worried, Faust. Amid the racket of the pawn shop's chaos, I could make out a remarkably kind and gentle voice carrying through. Wait, legitimately? No shot.
보기로 한 시간은 4시였는데 15분이나 지나버려서 당신이 시계 보는 법을 까먹었을 리는 없을 테고요.
Yeah, I don't trust them a bit. I'm gonna be real with you. I don't trust them a bit. Why are they yellow? You're 15 minutes late to our agreed upon rendezvous time at 4. Surely you haven't forgotten how to read a clock. Yep. Right call.
네.
I certainly
운전한
haven't.
건 제가 아니니까요.
But I was also not so uncharged with driving the bus.
아하.
Could have made that more haughty.
그래서 이런
아하.
시간까지 데리고 다니.
Is that why you're letting this clock human tag along with you?
I suppose they didn't come with a timer function. Following the gentle voice was the snide remark of a man who didn't even attempt to hide his disdain. Hey, that's a bit harsh. Let's at least try to leave better first impressions. I know my voice won't be heard by anyone other than the sinners, but I still can't help but get upset whenever people are rude to me. Which is fair! Oh, so it was you. You guys are the team that botched the Golden Bow retrieval last time. Folks had high expectations for your team, what with some of the smartest people in the city being on it. Hell, you keep up the glaze for Yi-Sung and Faust. I don't believe anyone else on the team fits the bill. Except maybe Dante, but we don't know anything about Dante, so, you know. Praise be to Yi-Sung and Faust.
No wonder. That explains the look on Miss Faust's face.
My facial expression has remained unchanging. Hey, this bloke's also the brand new sword, don't brush him off. Aren't you gonna say anything? Heathcliff gave Yi-Sung a sideways glance, only to be met with a lukewarm response. I shall not, as that would be a hollow vaunt. Based. I remember you being a lot chattier in that basement. What am I dealing with now, an odd lookalike or something? You deal with what I deal with. The congenital, self-same reflection of my mirrored self. I'm gonna have to go back and watch the Canto I dungeon scenes again. I gotta see if the difference. Also hear it. What? What's that about? I deal... Forget it. Our first mission was devised with failure in mind. We needed an opportunity to see what sort of potential each sinner had. Wait, so that's what it was? An operation with failure as its objective. That hardly qualifies as a mission.
By the way, is Mr. Vergilius here? I volunteered to assist with the operation, mainly for a chance to get to see him.
He must have been embarrassed to be in their company. Imagine having to babysit people like them. Is that why that saw dropped us so far away from the entrance? Because he was ashamed of us? These two are the ones insulting us. Why are we getting mad at someone who isn't even here? In any case, if they're not going to introduce themselves, we have zero reason to give a damn about their grandstanding. These two will be our cooperators for this mission. They're from the Limbus Company Clearance Department, the LCC.
Please add before team there if you don't mind.
Pronunciation.
I'm Saude, and this here is Effie.
So what, are you expecting us to burst into applause? Or... Perfect music change.
Wonderful! It's a pleasure!
Honglu was the only person on the team who welcomed them with total sincerity. He almost even gave a standing ovation. As the rest of the sinners stared at the before team duo with either cold hostility or wary glances, the awkward introduction session finally came to an end. About goddamn time. Okay, time for 2-3. A flawless plan. Different art style. It's the same cutscene.
Now, for this mission, we'll basically spoon-feed you everything. All you have to do is open wide and chew up your simple tasks. Check the documents in this envelope and do exactly, precisely as the papers say.
Might drop the music, but bump up the volume. Music's pretty nice, but I still would like to hear the voice lines. The way Saude patronizingly dragged out that vowel needled me a bit, but I decided not to argue. Besides, even if I did, all she'd hear would be the ticking of a clock. There's hardly any joining forces in this so-called joint operation, is there? You're basically ordering us to stick to your tail. This is downright insulting. Are they taking us for pushovers or what?
관리자님, 이거
Look,
그대로
manager,
두고 봐.
we've got to put our foot down and
두고 봐. 또 되겠네?
do as they say, I guess? Huh. I guess it seems pretty rational. Huh?
얘네들이 준 문서요. 완벽해요.
The documents they gave us, they're flawless.
이것 봐요.
Look at this. There are roots drawn out and everything. It's been ages since I saw a plan this clear and meticulous.
정말
Precisely. They're certainly indicative of their knowledge and experience in drafting proper plans of operation. This isn't to say that it holds a candle to the level of 442 display, Executive Manager. Convinced by Ishmael's commendation, I opened the envelope and carefully read the rundown of the operation. Put simply, the objective of the mission could be summed up as follows. Operation, reach the top floor. I thought we were heading to the bottom floor? What really motivated the plan was the first place prize up for grabs in today's table game. According to the briefing document, the only way to access the area containing the Golden Bow is to win the competition on the casino's top floor. Oh! Okay, makes sense. The game will bring together 4 syndicates that jointly bid on the casino, and of those 4, the name we are to take is that of the infamous... Okay, I'm not entirely sure how to pronounce this, so I'll just go... Ting Tang Gang? A name doesn't necessarily represent the nature of an organization. Believing otherwise is nothing more than shallow prejudice. It is unideal for one to choose to see things through the tinted lens that is bias. Right, I mean, if you guys say so. Anyway, back to the plan. Masquerade as the boss of the Ting Tang Gang and win the gamble. Afterward, proceed to the underground floors to find the Golden Bow. Until then, we are to make use of the pawn shop's items and clothing to slip into the casino undercover, blend in as either a VIP patron or a dealer per our assigned roles, and wait for the top floor team to win the game and give the go-ahead. That's about it for the outline of this plan, I think. No, hold on. Won't this entire thing fall apart if our player loses the game? We've prepared fake identification as well, just in case the casino security decides to run random inspections on visitors. Sure, that's all fine and dandy, but how do you plan to win that game on the top floor? What do you think these get-ups are for? We've practiced for months to pass off as bona fide croupiers. We'll make sure the winning hands come your way. The game's already in the bag. All you need is a working pair of eyes. Yeah, a working pair of eyes. Effie repeated under his breath, giving us a brief but pointed side eyes. He's making it painfully obvious he has zero faith in us. And how exactly are we gonna take the place of the Ting Tang Gang's boss? We'll put sedatives in the food served at the casino. We've already finished negotiating the details with the head chef. Sedatives. Saude and Effie shot each other a knowing wink. That brief exchange alone spoke volumes. It was clear that they considered themselves the perfect duo who needed no words to understand one another. Sir, you wouldn't mind if we took a look at the items on display, would you? From this side to all the way over there.
Yes? Oh, sure. Take all the time you need, ma'am.
In a heartbeat, the pawnbroker's disdain melted into Quixote. The old man bowed so deeply that his head was almost level with the floor. That's what Koto means. Oh, right. Definitions! Now then, let's take what we need from the display. Oh my! This one here! It's a Gupta designer brooch, isn't it?
You've truly got the eyes of a connoisseur, sir. This piece is our shop's pride and joy. Only 10 were ever made, so it's no surprise that people are willing to pay whatever price is called for.
My dog used to have one of those on its collar whenever we took it out for walkies. It's so nice to see something that brings back pleasant memories. My yours. Okay. Now where were we?
I'm down for these cowhide gloves. Whoever had them must have been a fashionista. Please, stick to the items listed in the envelopes. You have roles to play. Prithee, the envelope I have received saved janitor. Surely this is a most grievous error. Okay, that's good and all, but do you have the money to pay for all this? That kind of hand-wringing over budget's way above your pay grade, isn't it? Don't stress. One swipe of this black card can buy you anything you can imagine. Dante! You've got some explaining to do. I remember you telling me we can't have prime-cut beef because we don't have the budget. So the rumors were true. Teams with standout performance are issued no limit cards. While everyone was shocked by the proven existence of the fabled black card, a loud voice boomed in from outside the shop. Music change.
어이 할배. 오늘까지 자리세 내야 한다는 거 나만 아는 사실이었어?
Hello, bot. Did I say your payment was due today? A man who, even at first glance, clearly belonged to a vicious syndicate, swaggered into the pawn shop. Please, give me one more chance. I swear I'll have the money ready the next time you visit.
한 번?
One more chance? What, you know basic math, you old coot? You said the same thing last time. Boss won't like me wasting precious time reteaching your kindergarten, yeah? I'm just a weak, frail old man. There's really nothing you'll gain by shaking me down. Pleading in an exaggeratedly loud voice, the pawnbroker flicked a glance at us from the corner of his eye. Yeah, got a mouth on you now, do you? Yeah, that's it. Lose the shit and show me what you can do. It'll make me feel a whole lot less guilty about having to do this to you. The way the old man looked at us seemed to waver between outright frustration and an unspoken demand for immediate assistance. Well, let me get through the cutscene first, innit? All the noise of the ongoing roar now began to draw the attention of the sinners.
거기 뭘 봐?
What are you looking at? Mind your own business. Wow, that's so cliche that I couldn't even be bothered to reply. Would it kill for these dicks to be creative for once? Shouldn't we help out, maybe? Unlike Ishmael, who scoffed at the goon without a care, Sinclair turned an anxious glance his way. It is what it is. Backstreets play by their own rules, and that's what maintains the complex web of their society. Outsiders like us will only cause a bigger scene if we try to step in. Well, help us say hello to this idiot group of 13 idiots. Satisfied by the sinners' decision to stay out of it, the goon carried on with the shakedown. If you ain't got the money, why don't you pay your dues another way instead? Not the first time we gave you the chance. Anything but that. I'm begging you. Are we really gonna leave them be? May I step in if this situation displeases you, Executive Manager?
그런데
Anyhow,
그거라는 게
what do the Vogue mean by another way? Selling their organs? A currency more valuable than money exists in this district. Definitely organs. It is a known fact that J-Core's singularity is a powerful security technology, capable of locking anything. Yeah, the clothes. Yeah, I think we know. I think we know a couple people who kinda use this for an entirely different purpose. What is less known, however, is the extensive cultural and historical background of the corporation's backstreets that has led to the singularity's creation.
역사?
History. You're really gonna start lecturing us right now, right here. I didn't sign up for a bloody school! In spite of Heathcliff's heated opposition, Faust went on with her explanation. Thanks, we need the exposition. Here in J-Core, they utilize the technology to extract something called wish power from people. However, it remains largely unknown beyond this district, as it lacks sufficient generality to be classified as a singularity. In simpler terms, it is a way to process luck into commodities that can be traded like currency.
fascinating.
이 소망력을 무력으로
The existence of such a technology consequently brought forth the need for a means to stop others from forcibly extracting fish power, leading to the creation of a security technology that ultimately developed into the singularity we know today. Okay, that makes sense, that makes sense.
야, 파우스트.
Gee wee, Faust. Must be tiring having to dumb everything down for these thickheads.
염두에 두고 있었던
It's fine.
일이라
This was well within my anticipated scenario.
그 말투.
The way you're talking is proper pissing me off.
짜잔.
Alright, pick out the items you need from the display and let's get out of here.
Sort of waved the schedule pack document at us as if to make a point that we had no time to spare.
우린 일개 회사원이지 정의를 위해 나서는 히어로가 아니잖아요.
Thanks for cutting the music, by the way, it was loud.
We're salaried workers, not heroes fighting for justice, okay?
Did you hear that, Don Quixote? Wait, not that word! A sudden flash of dread rushed through my mind, urging me to make sure that every sinner was in my sight. Count all 12, mate. That isn't exactly in step with a certain someone's principles! And it's the kind of thinking that would severely provoke her. Okay, either she's here and she gets pissed, which would be bad, or she's missing, which would be worse. Ishmael seems to have noticed what I meant and hurriedly looked around.
남의 귀중품을 함부로 약탈하려 하다니.
Dost thou presume to purloin the treasures of others? Verily, this deed is naught but utter villainy! Oh no. Don Quixote. I tried to stop her, but it was a moment too late. Don Quixote had already bolted forward, swinging her lance at the ting-tar who was gripping the pawnbroker by the collar. Bonk! She caught the goon completely off guard, and the blunt end of her lance struck him squarely on the head. He dropped to the floor with a discordantly whimsical smack, and everyone in the pawn shop watched his unconscious heap for a solid minute. And a minute is a long time. For your information, keeping the sinners in check is not part of my job description. That would be the responsibility of this employee. Oh, god damn it! Don't palm off the blame. Don't give me that look. What was I even supposed to do there? I knew my words, my voice, wouldn't carry beyond the sinners, but that did not stop me from arguing my case anyway. Then again, even if Saude and Effie could hear me protest, I doubt it would have done anything to mitigate their slack-jawed bafflement. The pawnbroker was the only one delighted by this turn of events.
Serves him right, but I gotta say, you could have smacked his head a tad harder.
Vergilius did counsel me that though I am free to mete out justice upon villains, I must do so without involving those who are irrelevant to the mission. 'Tis why I did temper my hand. That self-satisfied, proud look on her face grated on my nerves like never before. You can say that again. So, you knew exactly what he told you, and still went charging in anyway. Verily, 'twas a deed compelled by mine own creed. I beseech thee to understand the virtue in this act of violence.
Not to kill the mood, but that ruffian isn't actually dead, is he?
Pretty sure you wished he'd gone even worse back there, old man.
I did, but it caused me more problems in more ways than one. It would cause me problems in more ways than one if the Eurodivia got mixed up in this.
The Eurodivia?
유로집이?
The Eurodivia?
아니,
What would they show up here for?
걔네 걱정을 왜 하는 거야?
No, wait. Why are you even worried about them in the first place?
Not up to date with the news, are you, ma'am? They've been causing trouble here for months now.
Are they villains as well?
Oh yes, they're villains alright to small-time shopkeepers like us. They're always going on about, what was it, shaking down money-grubbing merchants and giving the take to people in need. Some kind of distribution, they call it.
What? Wait, what? Okay. I forgot how I voiced myself. The redistribution of wealth.
Ah, that's it, yes! Those scoundrels are robbing us poor flaps of what little wealth we have! And they don't even do the dirty work themselves. It's always the local brutes they send. Can you believe it? Life's been hard with us with those self-righteous thugs turning the streets upside down. It seemed like they were here searching for something at first, but now all they do is squeeze money out of us. I just realized, shouldn't we be taking off now? More Ting Tang Gang bruisers could be headed this way. It seemed like Rodia deliberately cut off the pawnbroker in a hurry, but I had little time to think about the whys and wherefores. The gang member Don Quixote had knocked out started to twitch. Clearly he wasn't going to be out for much longer. What a headache. Now you made the problem bigger than it had to be. Hey.
머핀과 소보를 했나? 이거 너무 표정국이지 말라고. 너만 이게 전당포잖아. 얼마든지 대체를. 이봐. 머핀과 소보를 했나?
Hey. Was it Muffin and Sable, was it? Don't be so tight now. There are plenty of pawn shops around here, right? We can always find another.
It's
Effie and Saude. Please don't mistake our names for confections. And yes, you're right in pointing out there are plenty of pawn shops in the vicinity. But what you don't seem to get is that every last one of them will close up once they hear about what happened here. Don Quixote! I'm getting fed up with having to spell every little thing out for these idiots. Let's just be on our way. Just as we were about to leave, a figure dressed much like the one we'd knocked out, with a face just as menacing, stormed into the shop.
Hello, Codger. Have you seen our little... Wait! Just what's going on here?
We tried our hardest to pass ourselves off as innocent customers who just happened to be in the pawn shop at the worst possible time. And of course, as luck would have it, the knocked out bug began to come to his senses.
Where's the motherfucker who did this to you? Tell me, that fiend's gonna regret the day they ever grew stems! No. Over there! That red clockhead!
Oh, you have got to be kidding me. The direction his finger was pointing out was far too clear for me to play dumb. And honestly, there was no getting around it. Red clockhead was too distinctive. There wouldn't be a single other person in this entire district who'd even come close to that description.
Just so you don't get the wrong idea, I've nothing to do with these people or what's happened. I was just about to go get some ice and a towel for that bump on the poor fellow's head.
That smarmy gaffer. I didn't expect this geezer to hold his ground, but he's really got a shaky reed for a backbone. Although it stung a bit to see the pawnbroker sell us out at the drop of a hat, not to mention having to endure the thug's barrage of insults, one of them clock-related slur too, over something I wasn't even responsible for, I was determined to keep my cool. Until... Frijolitos. Okay, I'm immediately changing this because I said, frijolitos over there. Stop. Please wait. Because it was clear as day that we're going to have to hightail it out of here right now. If I kept letting every trivial thing get under my skin, it wouldn't be long before I got beaten up to a pulp. There. No need to run. Let's just kill them all and be done with it. Oh sure, what's next? Why don't you take out the whole syndicate while you're at it? Sounds like a plan.
The forces of evil must be swiftly uprooted, that the banner of justice may be lifted up high.
Is there even a single person on your team who's actually in their right mind? Guess what, buddy? That's our entire gimmick! Ishmael bristled at the offending... Okay, Ishmael is the same one. Ishmael bristled at the offending remark and seemed ready to snap back, but to me, the sight of Ting Tong goons readying their weapons was a more pressing matter. First, let's get the heck out of here! And they did.
Well, that went about as badly as it could have. Okay. 2-4. Louse.
명 받았습니다.
Oh, I forgot to check the cost again. Huh. Whoops. True to Saude's prediction, every pawnbroker was busy closing their shops to avoid getting roped into trouble. Hey, you bastards! Don't you dare take another step! You think you can mess with our family and just walk away, huh? Anifawe? Not gonna question it.
저런 집단들은 왜 꼭
What is it with
서로를
these
가족이라고
syndicates
하지?
and their family nonsense? Is that really their best attempt at inspiring some misplaced camaraderie? Look at that swelling you put on our precious young one's head!
맙소사.
For goodness sakes, this is going completely off script. Have you ever met these guys? Effie presses her hand to his head as though he would getting a really bad migraine. I hope he is. I had half a mind to just suggest that he keep some painkillers on hand if a contingency like this was all it took to give him a migraine, but thought better of it. With no head of my own, the jab wouldn't have hit home, much less been heard.
어이 너희들.
You two, you thought we were good for nothing lice all along, didn't you?
폐기물들을
You've been
모아놓고
looking at us as
가시적이라고
if we were
생각했잖아.
lumps of filth and waste clogging the sewers.
아무도 그렇게까지.
I don't think anyone's spoken to us as that harshly, or just...
하지만 왜 우리 부서가 황금가지를 탈환하는 막중한 임무에 놓였는지.
Have you never wondered why we, the bus team, were entrusted with the momentous task of claiming the golden boughs? And why is that? Oh, man. Even Effie seemed taken aback by Otis's imposing attitude.
비록 다른 자들이
While I don't disagree that these others are worthless refuse soaked through head to toe in sewage, figuratively speaking.
글쎄.
No, seriously, you're the only one who thinks that.
오티스 씨는
Miss Otis, you've
항상 저희를
thought of us like that this whole
그런
time?
시선으로 바라보시.
나는 무전무패의
Never
역사를
once have I tasted defeat. And our executive manager here has the power to restore us from death itself, making us practically immortal. Oh, okay, you're just gonna blow the secret open, okay.
사실 둘만 있어도 충분해.
To be frank, just the two of us would be sufficient as the bus team, but that conniving weasel Vergilius seems to think otherwise. My Otis accent slips about as fast as I slip downstairs when I don't pay attention.
어쨌든
The point is, no matter how many fights these pieces of detritus are thrown into, they won't be worn down. They'll keep coming back as the same piles of trash they were before dying.
멋지다는 듯이 말하지만 결국 저희를 쓰레기 취급하는
That
것
sure
뿐이야.
is an impressively motivating way to tell us that you think we're all living, breathing pieces of garbage. Yeah, thanks, Otis. Very motivating.
뭐 저리들.
Morons.
적군들이 몰려온
Hostiles incoming. Orders, executive manager.
관리자님.
Dispatch them. Hey, here they are. Looks like they're using Lust and Gluttony. Okay. Okay, Slash is good, Pierce is less good, so let's try and avoid Pierce if we can. Unfortunately, Heathcliff uses nothing but Pierce, so it's not going to be doing too much damage, but yeah, it is what it is. So, yeah, Heathcliff is pretty screwed if he gets hit, but, like, he's not going to get hit. And, you're weak to blunt and gluttony, but good against lust, so it's fine. And over here, you endure gluttony, that's cool. You're weak to blunt, but it'll be fine. Anyways,
좋아, 간다.
go ahead and beat the crap out of me. Ryoshu, stop losing. Skeleture. No, wrong one. Let's try and stack, boys.
간다.
Okay,
잘
okay,
들어갔네.
okay, good.
늘어졌네 저거. 멋지게.
Doesn't get the heads hit, does get the heads hit, okay. Still don't know when the passive comes in. Oh, free Wrath, which we don't have. Well, anyways, damage. Make this Wrath work.
좋아, 간다.
가까워지는 필요 없겠죠.
Nice, is that a one-shot? Not quite. I need to take Heathcliff out of this team so he stops carrying everybody. You have another crushing crushing blow, my favorite. Use a bit more wrath, I think.
명령에 따르겠습니다.
Nice. Finished one off. Finished one off. And we have 3 now, so your passage. Wait, I forget. When do passives get unlocked? Oh wait, it's at Uptide too. Never mind. Forget it.
좋아, 간다. 손쉽구만.
Hell yeah. Get the piercing frost. Soldiers of Limbus. Okay. I think here I'll no. I think I'll take off Heathcliff this time. Bring Sinclair and
따뜻하게, 따뜻하게, 혹은
you give
뜨겁게.
more gloom. We don't have anyone that gives pride now. Who gives pride? Base Otis and Heathcliff. Do you have any other identities that give base Rodion? But now we have no way to access Raft. I think I'll swap out Rodion back. I think I'll tag out Gregor in exchange for Urges, who I basically never used. Sloth Pride. And needs Sloth Pride. Who could have guessed? Wait, I only have 4 people chosen. Okay, in that case, I think we're good now. Yeah. Let's do this.
명 받았습니다.
상대하기에도 우스운 수준이었어. 별거 아니었네.
They made for pathetic foes, barely counted as a warm-up.
콩콩이 파는
The Ting Tang gang practically owned this stretch of the back streets. A single battle won't put an end to... Effie had barely finished speaking when additional Tinkers, who looked similar to the previous ones, began spilling out of the alleyways. Who sent you haricots to mess with us on our turf? We are the proud soldiers of liberty! Effie clamped a hand over Don Quixote's mouth before she could finish. Have you completely lost it? Do you want the entire district coming down on us? Car incoming! We await your command, Executive Manager. Okay, that was fast this time. Huh. Okay, so we're just basically we just picked a fight with the entirety of J-Corps back streets. Well, District 10, I should say. Win rate.
명령에 따르겠습니다.
When I picked win rate, Ryoshu stopped losing.
기절했나?
Nice. Yeah, not so good. Won't deal as much damage. This will.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
자세가 무너져. 다음에 배를 날려주지.
Oh, come on. Come on, Gregor. You can do better than that. Let's just max our damage. No. Whoops. Oh well. Damage.
기절했나?
There we go. Nice head tip. Oh, it serves me right for choosing a bunch of low min, high max peeps. How many do we have left? Okay, 4 more. That's a lot of text. I'll read it later. Still have no idea how this works. But anyways. Oh, the offense level difference.
제압 실시.
기차 동정은
nice.
필요 없겠죠.
Cool. Nice.
자세가 무너졌고. 배를
Okay, haven't quite ended them just yet.
좋은 전략입니다.
That did.
좋은
That also
전략입니다.
did. Every skill consists of at least one coin. Really? Can we have skills with 0 coins? Damn it, they just won't stop coming! Keep this up and we'll be dead knackered before we even set foot in that bloody casino.
안심해요, 히스클리프.
Don't fret, Heathcliff. As long as the manager is with us, there's no chance we'll die from fatigue. The center bar is diegetic. The solution is simple. Any organization can be brought down by killing its leader. Smash their head in, and the circle of meat propping it up will also collapse. That is the most I've heard Mersault say this entire game. Now that's what I like to hear. You're the only one making sense out of this lot. Would you look at that? It's the Brit and the French guy being friendly. I'm proper myth, so let's go break something. Bones, heads, whatever. Come then, onward we try! Wait, get back here, all of you!
파우스트, 너 계속 이런 애들이랑 같이
This is the crowd you're supposed to accompany, Faust.
삶은 늘
Life is
성이죠.
full of mysteries. You're right, you are.
이상적이라고 할 수도 있겠어.
That, perhaps, is what makes it an ideal reflection, no? Tell me where your gaffer is. I want to see him now. Heathcliff seized Sing Hong by the collar and shook him about violently, even as it seemed the man's last shred of consciousness was quickly leaving him. Possibly to never return. What, you think we've been dealing with these guys non-lethally? Are you kidding me? See art through the beard. Oh my god! The what? Where the hell is that? Stop making sense, or else. It probably means the scrapyard nearby. But seriously, are you actually planning to take out Ping Pong's boss? You do realize that won't earn you anything on your employee performance review, right?
저자는 그런 것까지
He's
염두에
not
두고
sharp
행동할
enough to factor in
만큼
such things
영리하지
before he
못해요.
acts.
계략
Are you
수습
smiling?
따위랑은 거리가 먼 오물이지.
Indeed, he is also a pile of refuse far removed from schemes of forethought, and quite acquainted with absurdities.
아니야. 말이 되는 것 같기도 해요.
His plan might be a valid alternative.
문제 없죠.
Nothing to worry about, Effie. We
우리는 항상
always
플랜 B까지
keep a
대비해놓잖아.
plan B, don't we? Guess what, you straight-laced shoelaces? You gotta improvise, huh? Ever had to improv before? Oh, welcome to the club. We're literally like the kings and queens of improv. Sort of said with a gentle smile on her face. Rose sort of smoked calmly. I caught the faint cracks beneath the veneer of composure, like she was making a huge effort just to hold herself together. Like it wasn't obvious enough already!
문제 없죠. 여러분이 위장을 하는
If
게
disguising
불가능하다면
yourselves as your given roles is no longer an option,
다 같이 콩콩이
then you can pose as members of the Ting Tong Gang instead. That way, you won't draw much suspicion even if you move together as a group. You should be able to reach the top floor without much trouble too. Wait, wasn't that the original plan? Weren't we disguising as... I'll have to reread it. And while we're at it, maybe we can siphon a bit of wish power from the Ting Tong Gang as well. Yeah, that'd be nice. Lord knows we need luck on our side.
완벽한 승리를 보고드릴 수 있어 영광이네요. 분명 관리자님을 비롯한 상급자분들의 활약
The 000 IDs really carry in terms of damage. God damn it, Gregor. 2-6, towering cars. Well, we are going to the car yard. Let's go. Gregor. Seriously, man. Come on. Fair enough. 2, 7, 3, 10. You really need to roll heads or else you just crumble. So yeah. But I do need you to provide us some gloom. Do you provide gloom? You do. What's your rigor? Ah, mass attack. Okay. Well, we still have a massive pride problem, but, well, whatever. Well, look, we're not using Pequod, so, yeah. We're hamstringing ourselves deliberately, because I would like not to, I mean, theoretically, I could just absolutely curb stomp everything, but I like not curb stomping everything for a change. It's interesting. Bring in Hong.
이 오티스
I want to try something different
참전합니다.
a lot of the time.
다들
Ooh!
가서 이것 좀 보게나.
Come, friends, and lend your gazes hither! What is all of this?
뭐죠?
Pictures, clearly, of people who look way too happy to be in this city.
차들이 마치
Cars are stacked atop one another as if to form a tower.
의무라군.
Somber. What had looked like towering structures from afar were up close, cars piled into heaps.
차들이
Why are there so many cars piled up here? Because they broke. See no entrance. Oh, some bear scripts upon their windshields. These must have been missives from their families.
보고 싶다고.
This one says, I miss you.
이분들은
The owners should be coming back soon for them, right?
그럴 리가.
Not a chance.
설사 카지노에서
Even if they did
들어왔다
return
하더라도
from the casino, they wouldn't be in any shape for a happy reunion with their loving families. Oh, these are gambler cars. Oh, baby, they went here and they never come back, so their cars just stacked up here.
뭐
Well,
가이드
if
역할까지
I may
뽑아서
play the
해야
auxiliary
되잖아.
role of an
이
impromptu
골목에
guide,
숨겨진
this
멘트만
here is
있는데.
the hidden landmark of these parts of the back streets.
도박꾼들의 말로지.
The final stop for gamblers, so to speak.
이곳은
And
코코미
also the
가족에게
stepping stone to help the Ting
중고차
Tang Gang
사업으로
amass its
세력을
wealth.
돌리는 발돋움판이 된
Dealing in
곳이고요.
used cars taken from those who had nothing left to offer is the stakes.
로자,
So, Rodia,
당신은 이런
you've been
데서
around places
하고
like this pretty often, right? Got anything to
부연
add?
설명
Maybe you
해줄
could tell
건
us some interesting tidbits.
아 몰라
나.
기억 안 나. 난 과거는 다 잊고 앞만 보며 살아가기로 결심했어.
Nah, no idea. Don't remember a thing. I chose to forget the past and live for the future.
저런 방해꾼들만
And
없으면
I'd stick to that
훨씬
promise I
더
made
살아갈 수
to
있을 것
myself
같은데
if it
말이야.
went for pests bent on getting in my way. Well, there's something to unpack.
나가들아!
Here's
이
a
건방이 우리 구역인 건 알고 걸음을 돌리는 거냐?
bean hating. We're Bonin! What do all you think you're missing a boat on our dirt?
아니면
Or what? You hear the sell your car or something? Take a closer look, they don't have cars.
아니요?
Nay, we mount an omnibus!
장기는
We're not the ones who specialize dealing in organs, though. Well, I guess a pair of eyes with colors like yours might fetch a decent price. Yeah, you can say it again. Amber eyes. So we have come to the right place. We are here for thy leader.
대체 어디서 온
You got some nerve marching up to a guy like this? How do you work for?
우린 림버.
We serve under lip. Holy crap! She cut herself off. Oh my god, she's learning to think before she speaks. Well, midway through she speaks. Look, the point is she's learning. Can you believe it? I thought she was incapable. An awkward silence followed.
어디서 온 거냐니?
I asked you a question. Don't just trail off. Yeah, the intonation on that trail off was not correct, but yeah. Sorry, I love this music. But anyways. You're not doing so good, because he's got offense level up. So why don't you smack him? Let's see how he fares when he smacks up against an 8-13. 3-5, 4-5. Let's start with this. Let's go with that.
제압 실시.
자세가 무너져.
That's pretty good.
배를 날려주지.
Blocked some damage. Okay, now. Okay, Sinclair's gonna smack him. Almost not. Nice.
제압 실시.
Decent. Nice. Okay, what we got? Have we only dealt with one so far? Gotta deal with what? 9 more? Okay, well. Time to get smacking. Wait, why is your offense level oh, right, I never leveled you. You're level 6! I forgot to level you. Do these guys have levels? Oh yeah, level 9. That's probably the problem, I forgot to level you. Well, whatever, I'll fix that in post.
위협 대상 제거.
Okay, look at that. Honglu managed to get one hit in.
기절했나?
Have a nice smack.
제압 실시.
Okay, very good.
전략이 좋은 전략입니다.
Just bash at them a bit. Nice, finally. Okay, well the tremor was useless since you just stagger them. You just stagger them anyway. L. Stop taking damage. Skill true. At least you got a kill. Alright. Should these 4 left? Alright, nice. Let's start. Every coin of the skill in the second slot lands heads. Huh. I should have paid attention. That's a pretty cool thing. But this is the second slot, so it's gonna roll heads. Well, screw it. I guess we can do that.
제압 실시.
Is that an unopposed? Whoops. Suppose that's what I get for not doing things properly.
위협 대상 제거.
Oh wait, did I not actually end up using it? I didn't end up actually using it. Huh. Whoops. Hell yeah. Hell yeah. Ah. Call that 成语. That's actually a pretty good comparison, or whatever the Japanese equivalent is.
완벽한 승리를 보고 드릴 수 있어 영광이네요. 분명 관리자님을
nice.
비롯한 상급자분들의 활약 덕분이겠죠.
Roaches is doing consistently well for whatever reason. Well, next up, Wish Canister. Let's check it out. But before that, let's level you to 11. Uh, 11, 13, 10, 11. We're already on the start of the show, we might as well get her to a little higher. I have tickets to spare, so I don't really care. It is very evident that we need a lot more gloom if we're going to use Honglus. And Urtus is kind of carrying very hard. What's base Ryoshu do again? 2 plus 10. Crazy. Right, let's continue the suffering.
임무 시작.
야, 무슨 일이냐?
Ah, here's the boss. Here's the boss.
What's with all this racket?
형님,
Whoa, from the soul, out of nowhere.
Won't even say who they work for. I don't know what this means.
누가 보낸 거냐?
How's that shit?
보니까
Judging by the getup,
청육전판
you ain't Los Habaneros or the Butchers.
지금이라도
I'll give you
싹싹
one
밀고
chance to
올라가면
grovel and beg for
사지
forgiveness.
멀쩡하게는 보내줘.
Do that, and I'll let you crawl out of here with your limbs intact. We would gladly part ways, should you first divest yourself of your clothing for us.
아이, 그렇게
You
말하니까
know,
좀
there were a million other ways to phrase that, Esau.
But boss, I think these might be them. The odd parts folks have been whispering about. Ones that, you know, do stuff with people's body odor or something. Doing strange things.
What the hell?
이
Ah.
역겨운 새끼들.
Disgusting birds. Let me tell you, that's some depraved shit. The man who seemed to be the gang's boss is staring at us with unmistakable disgust. God damn it, Esau. I don't think I've ever wanted to win a fight this badly. Okay, 13 enemies this time. Interesting. And wait. Okay, good.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
Damn it, Bridges, please. You suck. Very flashy for something that deals 12 damage. Wow. Insignificant damage on most of them. Exploit the offense level.
두드려 패고 터뜨려 주시.
Going is slow, but, well, at least it's going. Still haven't downed a single one.
명령대로 하겠습니다.
Okay.
좋은 전략입니다.
기차 동정은 필요 없겠죠?
Okay, we finish off the stagger bunch so we can get the next wave on the way. Huh, that was all 4 down. Alright. Okay, this is probably better.
부드럽게.
Given the speed difference is 0. Oh, we got a lot of clashes.
기절했나?
6 damage. So we got a bunch of 45s over here, which is nice. Okay. You already. We don't have pride for you. We don't have gloom for you. We don't have pride for you. Who could have guessed? Well, we can spam yours like a billion times, which is good.
두드려 패고 터뜨려 주시.
각자의 위치가 있으니
자세가 나.
기차 동정은 필요 없겠죠?
타겟 무력화.
14 plus 6.
아위.
Still not quite among the ranks of my favorite animations though.
좋은 전략입니다.
Okay, that's those 4 down in an instant. Yeah. Okay, we can't just do it again. And we still only have 2 pride. Brilliant. This is really scuffed. Alright, well, anyways.
명령에 따르겠습니다.
We do need more rat resources so we can cycle at least Ryoshu's ego again.
자세가 나.
Man, the one who grips Faust and the Pequod Harpooner Heathcliff both having pride, while they both have pride,
ego really makes a difference. Is that the boss? Yep, 230. When defeated, all allies lose 45 SP. You lose 15 SP whenever an ally is defeated. It's time I put an end to this. Alright, let's see. Oh, he's got pretty high. He's got offense level 14. Nice. 2+6. Inflict bleed. 2+4. 4 inflict rupture. 3+8. He's gambling. 1+3. Roll 3. Roll 3 times. Deal damage on heads here. Combat start. All coins land on heads this turn. There's his wish. I'll show you. 3+3. Combat start. Gain 1 attack power up. Actually, before I do anything... Yes, I can burn one again. Alright, I think I'll take some more gloom resources, and we'll go with this. Ooh, hell yeah. I'll have to get used to hearing that. Oh yeah. Minus sanity. This weapon is pretty cool. Not as cool when she's losing clashes though. Alright, we've landed some decent hits on the boss. Nearly staggered. There we go, got him. And staggered again. Dealing even more damage. Oh. Huh. He's the only one left. Well, I suppose we'll see... what, Otis's ego looks like. We do have enough for you, too. Let's do it like this. Tails, that's fine. The Odyssey had a purpose. Oh, that's pretty cool. 67 damage. Eliminates him off the face of the earth. Well, that was fast. So long, Space Cowboy. Oh, never mind, he's still around. You darn little roaches! Who the hell you worked for? Haven't you done enough? About time you spit it out! We? Why is the music picking up?
림버스 컴퍼니에서 왔다.
I'm from Limbus company. Finally, on this millstone around the neck. That doesn't help at all. The hell is this company supposed to be? Just for your reference, Effie and I work in a different department. Please don't lump us in with these people. Oh my god, he's dead! Beaten in more ways than one, the man finally collapsed on the ground. The sheer frustration at our aversion to communicating normally must have contributed to his fainting spell through. My condolences to whatever remained of the poor fellow's patience. But he's dead now, so he doesn't have to worry about that kind of thing, ever. Do we seriously have to wear these gloves, though? Stuff reeks of sweat and blood. Ugh, just gross. Rodia held up a shirt stripped from a Ting Tang member with just 2 fingers as though she were handling a particularly repulsive piece of garbage. Why is there so much talk of garbage this Canto? Yuck, there's hair on it too. First time I've ever been jealous of Dante not having eyes. My vision's working fine, you know. Take a shot for every sarcastic remark.
생각보다
The material looks pretty quality, actually. Your business was better than I thought.
나랑 바꿔.
I want that. Hand it over.
맞춤형으로 제작된 옷이야.
I can't. It's tailor-made. The label here says fits all sizes. Catching my gaze lingering on the label, Effie snapped. We wouldn't be doing any of this if you hadn't caused that mess in the pawn shop to begin with.
괜찮아요.
I don't mind. I've always wanted to try on clothes like these. It's like we're filming a movie.
영화라도 찍는 것 같잖아요.
조금 떨리네요.
To be honest, I'm a little nervous. It's been a while since I've worked in disguise.
난 내키지 않는다.
I don't feel it.
이런 건
This is some
겁쟁이들이나
wimpy
하는
crap.
짓이야.
저기 누가 이 사람 입 좀 막아주면.
난 내키지 않는다. 이런 건 겁쟁이들이나 하는
I
짓이야.
got the intonation wrong. I don't feel like it. This is some wimpy crap. Sorry, but can someone please keep her mouth shut?
갈비뼈까지 베일
You're welcome to try, so long as you don't mind getting sliced up all the way past the ribs. Gregor's comrade passed through a round of muffled laughter from the sinners. For a moment, Effie and Saude hesitated, unsure how to take the quip. Until they moved on, probably because they decided it wasn't worth mulling over. Effie then raised a small container that seemed to be inlaid with mother of pearl. This is a wish canister we seized from the Ting Tang Gang's boss. Manager, here's a simple role you can play. What role?
무슨 말인지 모르겠다는
Judging by your
몸짓이
confused gestures, I
설명을
suppose you're in need of some explanation.
제2사의
The
특이점이 이 통 안에 담겨 있다고
The
합니다.
long and short of it is that this thing
이건
contains
사람들의
J-core
소망을
singularity.
잡아먹고 에너지로
It's a tool that siphons people's wishes and stores them as energy. I thought the singularity was the locking part. Stop confusing. Stop being confusing.
적당한 시점에 소망을 종이의 형태로 짜내면 짜잔.
And when the time comes to make use of it, you press that wish power onto paper, and voila! You get a single-use sticker tattoo that boosts your luck high enough to touch the sky.
남의 운을 끌어모아서
Looks like Ting Tang Gang's plan was to win the game on the top floor by scraping luck from other people. Hard to believe a small-time gang boss managed to get his hands on one of these.
관리자
Manager Dante,
카지노에
right?
들어가기 전에
Okay, before we head inside, I want you to hold on to this. You sure you want to entrust me with something that important?
영 자신 없어.
You're not exactly radiating confidence, sure,
당신을
but
지목한 이유는
we
있어.
do have our reasons for assigning you to this task. Oh no.
첫 번째,
First off, keeping a poker face is essential at any gambling table. And Dante doesn't have a face at all.
아무리 표정 읽기에 능수능란한
No matter
그들도
how good they are at reading
시계의
expressions,
표정까지 가늠할
they
수가
can't
없어.
read emotional cues off a clock. Look, mate, he's got a point, okay? He's got a point.
두 번째,
Secondly,
당신의
I do
가능성을
believe there's a reason you were
나는
chosen as
이유가
manager.
있을 거라고 그나마
Call it a hunch, but
저수종자들보다는
something
쓸만할
tells
거라는
me
내
you'll be
마음이
more
드네.
useful than those sinners you lead. Huh. Well, I feel like we're being damned by faint praise. Come to think of it, he wasn't wrong. God damn it. Come on. Falling for flattery? I thought you were better than that. I was given the title of manager, but never had a chance to be the charismatic leader I'd envisioned. Instead, I was mocked, threatened, and ignored by the very same sinners I was supposed to supervise. The only real role I was able to carry out so far was to bring them back to life. Whenever the sinners fought our enemies, sweating and bleeding, all I could do was cower behind them and pray that their heads and hearts would remain intact, just so I wouldn't have to go through the pain of reviving them. With a heavy heart, I nodded to let Effie know I was ready.
좋아, 이걸 당신에게
Alright,
붙여.
now put this on your
하지만
own.
이제 잠깐
With
동안
this, you can become the
세상에서
luckiest
가장
person in the
운이 좋은
city.
자가 될 수 있어.
For a short while.
그럼 여러분은
As for the rest of
콩콩과
you, you'll
저희는
act as
딜러.
ting-tongers, and we'll be the
서로
croupiers.
역할에 최선을
Good luck,
다해보죠.
and break a leg. Vowing to see this mission through no matter what, we pushed open the door leading into the casino.
관리자님의 99% 명령과 1%의 제 실력이 합쳐진 결과였습니다.
Huh. Brutus is actually top this time. Nice. Oh, we're not going into the dungeon straight away. I thought after the casino I'd be thinking. Or maybe we would be, but I guess not. Well, in any case, I do believe this is about as good a time as ever to cut things off for today. Next time we'll be delving deeper into Canto II, where we will, I guess we're gonna enter the casino and finally see this plan to its fruition. Being introduced to Saude and Effie, who seem pretty normal, relative to the utter insanity that is the sinners, and well, they realized that very quickly when their plan was derailed by Don Quixote, and then suddenly getting into a confrontation with an entire gang. And then of course they dealt with the Ting Tongers and adjusted the plan to infiltrate that way. And I'm gonna need to actually want to check something. Oh, right. This was the original plan. Okay, I get it. Okay. Yeah, right. Okay. Well, that's pretty much all the questions I have for this. Okay, seems pretty simple thus far. A lot less, a lot more straightforward, I see. Well, I guess, Canto 1 was also pretty straightforward. We were going to an old lobcore facility, and now we're gonna raid a casino. That's our mission. And yeah, I suppose that'll be it for everything here. And yes, sure. Thank you. Yeah, that shut him up. Okay. Yeah. You know what? Yeah, that's gonna be it for this one. Yeah. See you guys around. We're in episode 7, where we tackle the rest of Canto 2. Well, probably not the rest of Canto 2. We'll probably just get to probably up to the dungeon. But honestly, who knows? I have no idea how long this Canto is. So you know, we'll get there when we get there. All right. Goodbye for now, and see y'all next time.